Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? We are back in it, baby. We are back in it one more time, back like we never left before. Let's get it right. Let's get it tight. How y'all doing this morning? Grand Rising, Rich Rising, Happy New Day to each and every one of y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap, double tap, double tap on that screen. Y'all know all week last week we were talking about sleepwalkers. All last week we were talking about sleepwalkers, and we were talking about the damage that being connected to sleepwalkers, the damage that it will bring to your life. We talked about, like constantly being in a place in life where you were not afraid, right, to simply separate and move forward for you, to do what's best for you. So that's what we talked about all last week. But I just want to say this to y'all, right? Listen, I got some more. I tried to walk away from sleepwalkers, but I actually got some more, right? I got some more stuff that I want to say, and I'm going to try to wrap this up this week, but it's so much in there to unpack that it's almost like I can't just walk away with just that. I can't just turn it loose with just that. So this is what we're going to be doing, y'all. Double tap on that screen. Thank you so much, Janice, over there for the stars on Facebook, my Facebook family, right? Do not send any more stars this morning. I'm actually having Janice, and I'll let you guys know when to go back to sending stars on Facebook. Right now, my Facebook has been acting up. They allowed me to get back into the page, but for some reason, it's not allowing me to update the payout, right? Why is it telling me to update my payout? I'm not sure. It's a glitch or something with Meta, and maybe it was somebody trying to get into the page. I'm not sure. But my biggest thing, the reason why I was so upset, yes, of course, I want my money off of there because I work for that. However, my biggest issue with it was I wanted to be able to go live on this page. I have a lot of people that show up every single morning that want the word that's over here on this page. So it was important for me to be able to get back into this page so that I will be able to make sure that you guys got the word over there. So my people that's on Facebook, if you guys have Cash App is your favorite speaker, you can wait till the end of the live and you can just send whatever you want to send. You can send at the end of the live over on Cash App. Just don't even worry about doing the stars. So if you want to wait to the end of the live and just send your blessing at the end of the live, that's what you guys can do. And I'll say that again later on through the live so that way you guys will know. But right now I don't have, I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, it's a glitch or something inside of it. And it's telling me, this is the first time this happened. And that page has been monetized since like 2022, and this is the first time that it's happened. It's telling me that I cannot. Crystal Love, if you don't mind, put the Cash App inside the comment section over there on Facebook. You guys can wait until the end of the live, and you guys can just simply send the Cash App at the end of the live. Let me see if I can pin it. There it is. I think it let me pin your comment. There you go, right there. So it's pinned. So that's the Cash App I got pinned right there on Facebook. So you guys can wait until the end of the live or throughout the live, however you want to do it, and you can do yours that way. My apologies, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to be able to get back in the page so I can do the live videos over there. Anybody that want the word, I want them to be able to have the opportunity to get the word. You know what I mean? I don't want to not go live over here while I'm waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to not go live over here while we're waiting on them to fix the problem. Then that means you guys are not getting the word everybody else is getting. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. So yeah, so right now Facebook is definitely glitching. Don't know why it's glitching. Don't know what happened to it. It just happened. I came back from Africa, looked at it, and it was like update your payout on there. I tried to update it. In the process of trying to get it updated, I end up blocked all the way out of the account, right? On Friday morning. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all them days, Thursday, Friday, and Thursday night, Friday, all day Saturday, I've been locked out of that account. You notice there was no action on there. Then at one point, the page was completely gone. And then yesterday, I actually got the page back. So I'm back on the page and I'm able to do the live videos. And for me, that's what's the most important, me being able to minister on that page, right? So with that being said, again, I do apologize, but it was, definitely beyond my control. Of course, I didn't do it, but you know what I mean? If you want to wait until the end of the live and then just send your donation at the end of the live, then that would be, greatly appreciated, and I understand, right? So double tap on that screen for everybody else. Everything we still flowing. We still flowing over here with everything else. So do me a favor, let us get up to our 10K. We need 10K over here on TikTok. TikTok, get us up to 10K. Double tap on that screen for me real quick. And over there on IG, I seen like, I think, want to say 2 badges go up. So we need 8 more badges on IG to keep our reach our badge goal. How y'all doing this morning? Yeah. Oh, baby, listen, one thing about me now, we gonna make a way. We gonna make a way. We gonna make it happen one way or another. Coach gonna get that word over there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that word over there. Appreciate you, Romeo. We are not going to stop ministering because a payout is not working. That's not what we gonna do. That's not how we gonna roll over here. Understand that. What we gonna do is we gonna keep on rolling right along. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep rolling right along and letting God do what God does, and we just gonna keep that word coming no matter what, right? That's what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it has to happen. So we ain't stopping nothing, Trish. We ain't stopping nothing. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole nother page now. I'm over there. I'm like, I gotta make sure my people get this. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Lily? I see you tapping in. Thank you, Purple Flowers 93. How you doing this morning? Double tap on that screen. And I just want to say to you this morning, and I said this over in devotion. We apologize that we was late because, baby, we was over there in devotion. We did some extra time in our meditation. Y'all got to excuse us. But I want to say this to you guys real quick. Thank you, Chef Shirley. At the end of the day, like the season that we in is that you got to focus on self. You know what I'm saying? And I know that some people are like, well, I already focus on myself. No, you don't realize that you're not focused until you are completely not focused. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that place in life, I'm talking about really, really, really locking into yourself. When I say locking into yourself, I'm talking about dealing with yourself on a regular basis. Thank you so much, Rashida. I appreciate the badge. I'm to my Cash App. I appreciate the badge. Thank you so much. I want you to understand that this is the season that we're in. We're in a season right now where you have to be about your Father's business on a level that you've never been on it before. You have to look at this world, and you have to look at the way that this world is actually moving right now. This is what we have to do, and it's going to be difficult, right? And I want to say that to you this morning, starting off. This is going to be a difficult job. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to saturate it. I'm going to be honest with you. Want me to tell you why it's going to be difficult? It's going to be difficult because we have been taught our whole entire life that we have to rely on other people, that we have to take care of other people, that we can't do it all. You can't do it by yourself, and you got to have this and you got to have that. So we have been taught to be codependent our whole entire life. So now at our big ages, right, now we're learning that, wait a minute, whoa. I'm so wrapped up in other people that I feel like I need other people to be on board for me to do anything. This is not healthy, and it's not. And it's not, I ain't even trying to ruin your Monday, but I'm just trying to tell you, baby, you can do it by yourself. I ain't trying to upset your start of your week, but I'm letting you know that you can do it by yourself. There's going to be some things in your life, understand me, that you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to do them all by yourself. And doing it by yourself should not be discouraging. Yes, doing it by yourself should not be discouraging. Some blessings, some open doors, some opportunities are only going to be for you. They're only going to be set up for you. That's just the reality of it. And a lot of times we don't reach our fullest potential, and we don't receive the blessings that God have laid up for us. We don't receive those things because we're trying to include other people. And you're trying to include other people because you've been taught, give your brother some. Give your brother some, give your sister some. If you get some, you better get them some too. So you've been taught that everything that you got, you were supposed to share it. Everything that you have, you're supposed to give somebody else some of whatever it is that you have, right? This is what we've been taught our whole entire life, which is, it's always good to be a giver. It's always good, right? Because it's good to share. Nothing wrong with sharing, but you have to share with boundaries. Come on, that's a no for somebody this morning. Yeah, that's sleepwalking type of mentality. When you are asleep, you're giving away, right? You're giving away what you need. Understand me, when you're asleep, when you're unaware, you start giving away what you need. Understand me. That's right, Lily. It's a note right there. Share with boundaries. Understand me. But we were not taught that as we were coming up. We wasn't taught that. They didn't care what if you got some, you better give them some. And here you are over there trying to break the smallest piece of candy. And sometimes it'll be so broke, it'll be so small that you will have to put it in your teeth, and you will have to break it with your teeth to be able to share it. If it's to the point where you got to put it in in your teeth to break it, to be able to share it, then that's already letting you know that you ain't got enough to give to nobody. But that ain't what they'll tell you, right? So what I'm telling you, as we're continuing to grow and to evolve in Christ, come on, friend, let's be real. As we continue to grow and evolve in Christ, you're going to have to operate with these boundaries, baby. Come on. That's for somebody this morning. Listen, you have to operate with these boundaries, and you can't get wrapped up in the fact that some folk don't like your boundaries. You can't get wrapped up, you can't get caught up in the fact that some folk are offended by your boundaries. Come on, Rashida, let's be real. You can't get over there and be walking around pouting and looking for fault inside of yourself because somebody else is upset about your boundaries. If everybody likes your boundaries again, then you're not doing it right. If everybody is loving your boundaries and the boundaries that you got put in place for yourself, then guess what? Then you're not doing it right. Understand me. Your growth and your development is going to upset some folk. Your growth and your development, it's going to piss some folk off. It's going to be some folks in your life that's going to be looking at you. Do you hear me? She says, Pastor, give me all the... Hey, Pastor, we locked in this morning. I want you to understand. It's going to be some folk that's not going to appreciate it. Why don't they appreciate it? Don't appreciate it because you're changing the dynamic of our relationship. Wait a minute. Before you had them boundaries, I was able to talk to you crazy. Before you started screaming boundaries, I was able to walk you like a dog. Before you had them boundaries, I was able to in and out your life however I see fit. I was able to do whatever it was that I wanted to do. But then now here you is talking about boundaries. And now you understand me. Now that you're operating with these boundaries and you're super focused in your life, it was 3 things that I told y'all about yesterday. Understand me. And on this journey that we're on in 2025, starting right now, you're going to have to be watchful. You're going to have to be mindful. You're going to have to put it in the forefront. Understand me. A manipulator do not like when you remember exactly what happened. When you when you get focused in your life and start establishing boundaries, when you step back and step away and you're able to see things for what they really and truly are, in that moment you're able to see everything in its totality, right? I see all of it. I don't see pieces of it. I see the whole entire thing. Now that you're able to see the whole entire thing and you remember the whole entire thing, a narcissist cannot stand that. They don't want you to remember exactly what was said. They don't want you to remember exactly what was done. They don't want you to remember no parts of that, because if you don't remember any of that, if you were so distracted, hollering and crying and falling all over the place because that happened, then guess what? Now they're able to twist and turn that thing to be what they want it to be. They're able to manipulate you. The second one is a manipulator. They're able to manipulate you right there in that moment. A manipulator, trust me, a manipulator don't want you to be a person with a strong will. Like, wait a minute, that ain't it. They don't want you to really know. They don't want you to really know. They want you to don't know, because as long as you don't know, then they're able to operate with the mindset of the adversary, which is, I can deceive you now. All I need is a small piece of the truth. Manipulation starts with a piece of the truth. Come on, let's be real. When a person is manipulating you, it's believable, because manipulation operates the same type of way that deception operates. Am I right or am I right? Understand me. Come on, let's be real. Think about it. Manipulation only works on you because they had a piece of the truth inside of whatever it was that they were saying. That's the only reason why manipulation works at the level that it works. That's why they're able to get you every single time. That's the reason why they was able to get you to do what they needed to do, because they had a small piece of the truth in it. And once you heard that small piece of the truth, they was able to twist and turn all of the rest of it. Manipulation also works through those emotions. Another tactic of what? Of the enemy. The enemy loves to attack you through your emotions. This is how manipulation works. Emotional manipulation, mental manipulation. This is what happens right here. And then you got the takers. That's the third one. Understand me. When you start stepping away from folks and fasting from folks and really focusing on your life and the things that you want in your life, you're going to have to get ready for the takers. The takers going to be upset. Why? Because you're saying no. What you mean no? You ain't never said no before. No, I'm not coming to pick you up. No, I'm not dropping you off. No, I'm not giving it to you. No, you can't stay here. No. And it's going to be some folks, understand me, it's going to be some folks in your life that's not going to be able to handle your no, because you've been so busy saying yes. But just because they can't handle your no does not mean that you're supposed to change your no. Understand me. You don't establish a boundary, a line that separates you from their foolishness and then say, oh, I'm going to let them step over the line. That's not how this works. Understand me. Because if you draw a line and you allow them to step over that line, then guess what's going to happen at the end of that? When they step over that line, you're going to find yourself over there drawing another line and then another line and then another line and then another line. And before you know it, you have created a cycle, develop a pattern of them still disrespecting you. You cannot expect for them to stop disrespecting you if you continuously give them opportunities to disrespect you. Why don't you get out their face? Why don't you get out their way? Why don't you stop talking to them? Won't you disconnect from them? Won't you introduce them to the gift of goodbye? Why are you still sitting around folk that you know disrespects you? Why are you still sitting in the faces of folk that you know go outside of their way to try to make you feel bad in one way or another? You have to make that make sense. I don't care what the relationship is. Do you hear me? I don't care what the relationship is. The disrespect is the closure. Yeah, you can take that. You're gonna take that and run all the way wherever you're gonna go with it, baby. The disrespect is the closure. Period. Good morning, Bessie. How you doing? What you say, Coach? Put it in my chat real quick. What the disrespect is the closure. That's all the closure that you need. The disrespect is the closure. That's all the closure that I need. We ain't got to have another one time at band camp story. We ain't got to sit down and look at each other eyeball to eyeball. We ain't got to have another powwow at all. Understand me. The disrespect is the closure. In 2025, you have got to understand that's how swift you got to get up out of folk face and up out of folk way. Understand me. Some of y'all got the bracelets already. Some of y'all already got the bracelets out like, oh, it's a constant reminder, but you ain't have that. You just proactive. You're not going to use that bracelet. You ain't going to use that bracelet this year the way that you understand me. No other year before. The way you're going to use it this year, you're going to use that this year. Man, listen, you might need to order new bracelets the way that you got to use this bracelet this year. This year, that bracelet, that t-shirt, that disrespect is the closure. That has to be the way that you operate on a regular basis. That has to be your constant reminder. You have to have that on your arm while you're sitting there at your desk. Right when you get that email, right then and there, that's when you know it's time for me to disconnect. Don't send a reply back. Don't send no that text message back. Don't answer that phone. You have to have that constant reminder over and over and over. I promise you, you're going to need that bracelet more than you needed in any other year. Let me tell you why. Because this is going to be the year where you're going to be tested the most. Anytime that you start restoring, anytime that you start rebuilding, anytime that you start, you know what I'm saying, redoing something in your life, come on, tell me if I'm right or wrong. That's when it started to seem like when you're being tested the most. As long as you're sitting down and doing absolutely nothing, don't nobody bother you. As long as you over there with the misery, keeping misery company, don't nobody bother you. As long as you saying yes and you ain't doing nothing in your life and got nothing growing, nothing here, everybody love you, everybody on your side, everybody get where you coming from. But baby, the moment that you start really working on yourself and your development, the moment that you really get serious about your life, the moment that you start operating with those boundaries in your life and taking yourself seriously, that's when it's like, oh, hell, start breaking loose. You got problems with folk you ain't talked to in years. How you got a problem with me? I ain't talked to you in years. How you feel away when I ain't talked to you in years? That's when everything starts to happen. That's when it starts to feel like everything is falling apart. Understand me. Thank you. Is it Gail Loves Life? Thank you so much for that badge, Gail. I appreciate you. Understand me. That's when things start happening. That's when things starts falling apart. So it seems. In my chat real quick, just put so it seems. Understand me. Don't get caught up in that, right? So it seems. So it seems. The more that you start growing and evolving in your life, understand me, that's when everything starts falling apart. That's when everybody start coming against you. That's when you see the naysayers, the Debbie Doubters, the pity party patties. That's when all of a sudden somebody got an issue with you here, there, and everywhere. So it seems. Understand me, when you are in alignment with the Most High God, you have to understand that the process, the way He does things is, it falls apart before it get put back together. So it looks as though it's falling apart, but what it's really doing is coming together. So this morning, what I'm telling you is, don't get weary in your well-doing. Don't get weary when you know that you are in alignment with the Most High God. Don't get weary. Understand me, when you know that you're fasting, you know you're studying, you know you're meditating, you know you're aligning yourself and measuring your word up against Him on a regular basis. Thank you, Christina, for the cash app. I want you to understand that. Don't get weary. Sometimes you are going to cry, and that's going to be okay. Sometimes you're going to get frustrated. That's going to be okay. Sometimes you're going to be agitated, and you might have the thought of, I should just throw this thing away. I should just give up. This right here, this is too hard. Understand me, that's your flesh. That's your flesh talking. Oh, Fred said confirmation. And guess what, baby? Oh, Coach gonna be real with you. And that's okay. Stop beating yourself up because you was having thoughts of throwing in the towel and giving up and walking away. Baby, you human. Understand me. As long as you got breath in your body, you wrapped up in this flesh, you gonna have that thought. You gonna have those feelings from time to time. You gonna, understand me. Because sometimes life be hard like that. Come on. I just want to be real. I ain't gonna be one of them people that jump on here and just act like, oh, it's okay to get through every day, and every day you should just be joyous, and every day. No, baby. Sometimes you gonna cry. Do you hear me? You gonna cry. Baby, you gonna pay it in tears. Baby, you gonna pay with your tears. Do you understand me? And we know that there's going to be sometimes, hold on, Lily, it's going to be sometimes that we're going to cry, because He said what? He says all the tears. He spoke about the tears. Understand me? He said, I'm gonna pay you for your tears. Therefore, you know that there's going to be some time right there in your life, understand me, where you're going to cry, because why would God say, I'm going to pay you for your tears, if He wasn't expecting for you to have a human experience? You are a human being. You're going to have a human experience of going through the emotions. Sometimes you're going to cry. Sometimes you're going to want to give up. Sometimes you're going to want to throw in the towel. But what I'm telling you is this. Don't give up on yourself. Don't do it. A thought is just a thought when there's no action put behind it. We think a million thoughts a day, and they are just thoughts until we put them into action. Understand me. So when you start having those thoughts, when you start contemplating those particular things, what I need for you to remember in this season, right here, in this season, in the month of January, February, March, because this is our first quarter of 2025, I want you to focus on you, because you're training your mind, you're training yourself to think this way. That's brand new for some of us. Understand me. So you have to train yourself. Don't get weary in well-doing. When I know that I'm doing my best. Good morning, Mochahannes. How you doing? When you know you're doing your best, baby, don't get weary. When you know you're putting in forth your best effort, don't get weary. You have to push yourself every single day. And even on the days when you don't feel like it, even on the days when you want to lay in the bed and cry, even in the days when you just want to drive around, even on the days when you feel like, I just don't want to do nothing, I'm angry with the world, that is the time for you to do the most. That's the time for you to really do the most. Understand me. That's when the most is going to be happening in those moments. That's when the most is going to be happening. And just humor me real quick. I feel like when things like that is happening, that's when the big stuff happens. Understand me? Come on. I just want to be real about you. I think that when we're going on a day-to-day basis and things be happening throughout the day, we're grateful for the big blessings, but you know what I'm saying, the small blessings. But understand me, I think them big blessings be coming after that hard stuff. Understand me? The real breakthrough, it be attached to that hard stuff. Understand me? It's like, you know what? I see what you're doing. I see how you're moving, but I'm trying to take you to the next level. And before I give you big bigger than what you got right now. I got to test your limits. I got to see if you really got what it takes to be able to handle this next level of your life. I got to test you to see if you're really locked in like how you say that you locked in. I got to really test you to see if you mean it when you're praying. I got to really test you to see, understand me. And that's what I believe. That big thing is on the other side of that heart. It's a lot of people right now, though. You're beating yourself up and you're upset with yourself for what it is that you're feeling. You like, I just feel like, this ain't right and this ain't this. Listen here. It was times in the Bible where Jesus said, Lord, he cried for God. He cried out. He was having a human experience. So what makes you think that you won't go through the same thing? You staying focused on that is a trick of the enemy. The enemy want to keep you locked into that. The enemy want to make you think that there's no room at the cross for you because of the thoughts that you've been having. The enemy wants you to think that you might as well go ahead and give up, throw in the towel, that it's going to be easier if you're just not ready for that type of life right now. That type of life requires too much out of you right now. And you can't do that right now. Understand me, that's what the enemy is supposed to do. He's supposed to make everything on his side. He's supposed to make it look glorious to you. He's supposed to make it look easy to you. He's supposed to make it look extravagant to you. This is what the enemy's job is, to make you, tempt you, to entice you, you know what I'm saying, to make you desire what he got over there. And I'm telling you that is all an illusion. Understand me. We just say, Coach, baby, it's all an illusion. And that's what the problem is right there. I need for you to understand that that's his job, but it's an illusion. It's a false reality, sweetheart. You get over there, and when you get over there, you're going to find out, baby, it ain't what you thought that it was going to be. You're going to get over there, and baby, you thought you was crying. Understand me. Your eyes won't even cry no more because it ain't no more tears left inside of there. And you ever been hurt so much, the pain be so deep that you can't even form tears because that's how hurt you is? That's what's going to happen over there. It's just an illusion. It's nothing like what he presents to you. Hear what I'm telling you. You give him more power than what he really have in your life. You give him more authority than what he actually has. You give him more credit than what he actually have. Understand me. You have power and authority over the enemy. It's going to be some people that's like, oh, wait, what? Baby, you think? Go read. You have power and authority over the enemy. Come on, Romeo. So why are you running scared? You're running scared because you're a sleepwalker. That's why you're running scared, because you're not aware of your own power. You're not aware of the fact that you're more than enough all by yourself. You don't realize that you have power and authority over the enemy. You really and truly do. And here you are running around scared of something that you're more powerful than. Oh, that's notes for somebody. Friends say, glory, glory, glory. Come on, hold on. I'm gonna run. I gotta say it again. Hold on, choir. Y'all be still for a minute. Y'all gotta. This is just our second week. God, dog. When you come to virtual church, they don't know how to act. Understand me? Virtual church don't know how to act. Sit down for a second. Understand me? You have power and authority over the enemy. Understand me? And so why? Question of the day is, why are you running from something that you're more powerful than? Why are you running scared when all you gotta do is turn around? That's all. That's it. That's all. You got everything that's inside of you to be able to conquer the enemy, but you're afraid for what reason? Because you got your blinders on, right? I mean, not your blinders, you got your blindfold on. That's right, because you're blinded, you're walking sleep. You are a sleepwalker. You're running into stuff. You're not aware. You're not conscious of the fact that you have more than enough. All you got to do is turn around. Remember how it would be when you take your baby to the swimming pool, right? You take your baby to the swimming pool. The water in the pool ain't nothing but 1 inch. It's 1 inch of water, right? 1 inch of water. The baby is 6 feet tall. Understand? Not 6 feet, 6 inches. The water is 1 inch. The baby's 6 inches. You sit the baby in the water, the baby's scared of the water. Think you're going to go up under the water, screaming and crying, laying on the belly in the water, flapping in the water. And you like, stand up. Baby, flapping in the water. Stand up. All you got to do is stand up. The water ain't coming up past your knee. But you laying on your belly, flapping in the water. All you got to do is stand up. And then when you walk over to the pool and you take your baby by the hand and you stand your baby up, then your baby realize, what? I'm more than this water. Then all of a sudden, right? Now all of a sudden, the baby ain't crying no more. All of a sudden, the baby ain't scared no more. All of a sudden, now the baby is ready to do what? Bend over and just playing in the water and having the time of their life in the water, because it's like, oh wow, I did not know that, that's us in everyday life. All you gotta do is stand up. Understand me. You lay it on your bed. You are not the serpent. The serpent was put on his belly as a curse for what he done in the Garden of Eden. Why is it that you want to be laying on your belly? Why are you over there flapping your hands around on your belly? Understand me, it's time for you to get up, stand to your feet, and realize that you have the power and the authority. Come on. You out there just hollering. You out there just hollering and screaming for nothing. It's like you have power and you have the authority over all of this. But you don't know that you have the power and you don't have the authority because you're asleep. You wide sleep. And you don't know what you have because you won't open up the book. The Bible says what? Study to show yourself approved. And because you don't study, you don't have the right tools or the techniques. You don't know where your armor go. Understand me. You don't know where your armor go because you won't open up the book. So you got your helmet on backwards. Can I talk to you real quick? You got your helmet. Some people right now walking around with their helmet turned backwards. They got their breastplate covering their back. Ain't nothing in the Bible say put the breastplate on your back. Your breast not even in your back. So why in the world you got your breastplate on the back part of you got your helmet turned backwards? You going everywhere but the way that you're supposed to be going. Understand me. That's because you're not opening up the book. That's because you won't take the time to actually study. That's because you won't actually sit down for a moment and really prioritize your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health. Understand, even your physical health. You see that your health is declining in all 4 areas and you won't do anything about it other than scream, I'm so busy. Then scream, I got this going on, I got that going on, I'm doing this, that, and the third. But as long as you put this off, the longer and the deeper that you're gonna go down into that hole. You are sinking not because of nobody else. You are sinking because of yourself. You gotta get up. The procrastination, the laziness, the excuse making, I want you to understand, you have to bring that to an end. If you're trying to grow, if you're trying to evolve, you will not survive this season. You're not being lazy. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but you ain't gonna survive this, baby. I ain't speaking nothing negatively over you, but I'm telling you right now, this ain't for the weak. Baby, hey, this ain't gonna be for the weak right here, baby. This ain't for the weak. This ain't for the faint. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Baby, you're not gonna survive this season. If you're operating with that procrastinating type of spirit, if you're operating with that spirit of laziness, if you're sitting over there whining and crying and making all them excuses for why you can't get done what you need to get done, I want you to know, baby, you thought you had it hard last year. This year right here gonna go oops upside your head. Do you hear me? Because this world is not stopping because you lazy. This world is not going to press pause because you lazy. Thank you, Terry West, for the cash app. I need for you to understand it. It's going to keep right on going. Time waits for no man or woman. Understand me. You better get yourself up and you better get into this game of life. It's not going to stop because you had a bad day. It's not going to go on pause because somebody upset you. It's not going to stop moving and shaking and doing what it's doing because you had a traumatic experience. Understand me. You're going to have to shake that off like you shook off everything else. you're going to have to get back into this game of life. You will not survive this season, understand me, if you're still operating with that same type of mindset that you had over in 2024. Understand me, now it's time for new. This is a new year, and God knows you better be willing to do something new. You better be ready. This is a brand new year. Understand, man. You better be ready to do some new stuff. Understand? Hey. Wait a minute, coach. You ain't in your notes. Wait a second. You're going outside a little bit. Yeah, this is a brand new year, and you better be prepared to do something new, because I want you to understand that the enemies that we was fighting back when we were over there, baby, them ain't the same enemies that we fighting right now today. Understand me. The more that we grow, the more information. I just have to be clear. I need to be clear. Can I be clear? Y'all double tap on my screen. Send me some love. Let me get 5 badges on IG. Double tap on my screen. Can I get a teddy bear or 2 over here on TikTok? I'm gonna say something. Excuse me. I'm gonna say something, and when I say this, I know that it's gonna awaken something in some folk. Some of y'all gonna be like, wait, ooh, that's different. Be clear. Thank you. Appreciate you, Chef Shirley. Double tap on my screen. Can I get some love over there on Facebook? She got the Cash App inside of the chat. Y'all go ahead and drop me something in the Cash App real quick. Let's double tap. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Friends say be clear. I see IG. IG say be clear. Be clear. I see it on Facebook. Be clear. Okay, we got it on TikTok. Be clear. I'm gonna be clear. I need for you to understand that the same demons that we was fighting then is not the same demons that we're fighting right now today. And you have to understand the reason why things are changing. And I say that you're not going to survive this season with them old outdated protocols and whatnot. The reason why I say that you're not going to survive those things is because it's right here. The more information that's being put out, you have now, understand me, you have everybody on all 4 platforms, honestly, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, that now is talking about God, that's talking about growth, that's talking about development. You have so many different outlets right now that's talking about your mental health and your physical health, that the enemy, thank you so much, Jaleese, for the Cash App. So right now, you have to understand that there's so much information that's going out that the enemy now is having to work triple time to keep up with all the Christians that are now jumping on these platforms and ministry on the regular basis. We do this every single morning, Monday through Friday. We are right here, but I'm not the only one that's doing this. So you got other speakers, you got other preachers, evangelists, and prophetess, and everybody else that's jumping on these platforms, that's dropping these different seeds. You got these real videos that's going up on all these different platforms. You got these people that's doing 30-minute shows, hour shows every single week. All of these things that's happening right now, they're flooding the market with what we got going on right now. Danielle, thank you so much for the Cash App. So now what I'm telling you is, if we're powering up, what you think the enemy doing? Come on, Tia, talk to me. Appreciate that teddy bear. Talk to me. Danielle White. Danielle said, I'm gonna send you stars because I'm trusting and believing Facebook gonna unlock this thing. They're gonna have to pay my baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, talk to me nice real quick. Talk to me nice real quick. What you say? What you think the enemy is going to do? What you think the enemy is going to do? This is why I'm telling you, if we're powering up, you better know that he's powering up as well. Understand me. This is what I say. Baby, that old outdated protocol, that expired stuff that everybody was dealing with over there, baby, this right here, that ain't gonna work. Your religion is not gonna be strong enough. Hear me well. Okay, hold on. I asked for the love first because I didn't want to make nobody mad before, and then they wouldn't send me no badge or nothing. Let me say, your religion ain't gonna be enough, sweetheart. Understand me. Your religious protocol, that ain't gonna be what we need right now. You have to have a real relationship with Christ. Understand me. Understand me. You being Baptist, you being Methodist, you being Pentecostal, you being Episcopalian, or whatever it's called. You being that ain't gonna be able to do it. You being Muslim, you being Jew, you being whatever, baby. That's not going to be able. That ain't gonna do it for you. Understand? I know. Hey, hold up. I'm just telling you that's not going to be. That's not going to do it. Your religious protocol is not going to get you to where it is that you're trying to go. You have to have a real life spiritual relationship with the Most High. Understand me? And that's not going to be based on your denomination. That's not going to get you into the gates. And I need for you to understand that right now, it's not about worrying about who's a Muslim, who's a Jew, who's a Christian, who's a this, and who's a that. This is about, do you have a real relationship with Christ? Do you know who the Most High God really and truly is? This is what this is about. And if you're not operating with that type of mindset, you are not going to survive this season. hey, yeah, hey, I'm just telling you. All of that is a distraction. The word is going to be the word. It's not going to wither and it's not going to fade. I don't care how many people write and unwrite, do and undo. The word is going to be the word. That's it, that's all. And we have to get to a place in our life right now where we're not so lazy that we can't open up that book and get that word, because everything that you need, understand me, every experience that you're going to experience in this human body, I need for you to know that it's right there. It's an example of it right there in that word. We're not doing anything new up under this sun. We're not experiencing anything new up under the sun. And this is the reason why I utilize that word so much. Every time y'all give me a physical, understand me, something that y'all do in the natural, every time y'all give me a natural experience, have y'all not noticed I could give you a spiritual experience to show you how they run parallel right there together every single time? Why? Because you have to have a healthy, natural, and spiritual life in order for you to be able to live up to your fullest potential, for you to be your best self. You have to have both of those things. You have to have it. You're going to have it. Understand me. This is the season that we're in right now. You have to pick a side, baby. You're going to have to pick a side. And the side that you pick, understand me, it may not be in alignment with what your mama, your daddy, your great granny, and everybody else. It might not be the same thing that they chose. Why? Because everybody's walk, everybody's mission, everybody's calling is uniquely designed strictly for that individual. Mama, what worked for you might not work for me. Great granny, as much as I love you, understand me, what worked for you, that's not working for me. Understand me, I'm in a new day and a new age of my life, and I gotta dare to be different. I gotta be willing to be a trailblazer. I gotta be willing to be the first to do it. I gotta be willing to break out of that mold. That's what I gotta be willing to do. I cannot afford, understand me, to live a stuck, stagnant life. I cannot afford, understand me, to just simply throw away my mission because I don't want to upset anybody. Your growth and your development, of course, it's going to upset some folk. Your growth and your development, it's going to have some people in their feelings. It's going to be some people that's going to be mad, that's going to be feeling a certain type of way about you. Why? Not because you done them nothing, not because you hurt them in no type of way, shape, or form. Some folk are going to be upset with you. They're going to be bothered by you. They're going to feel a way about you because you are not what they thought that you would be. That's a no for some folk. Understand me. What you say, Coach, it's going to be some folks on your journey, on your spiritual journey, as you continue to remove the dirt and the plank up out of your eyes, and so that you're able to see this thing for what it really and truly is. You have to know that it's going to be some folk in your life, no matter how much you love them, they're going to be upset with you. They're going to be bothered by you. They're going to be frustrated with you. They're going to be intimidated by you. Why? Because you are not what they thought that you would be, because you are living beyond the limits that they placed on your life, because you're doing more than what they thought that you would be able to do, because you continue to win, you continue to grow, you continue to evolve in spite of everything that comes your way, because of through the lies you keep growing, through all the lies, the letdowns, the betrayal, and all of that, you continue to flourish. And they're trying to understand, how in the world are you continuing to move forward with all that coming against you? How is it? Wait a minute. How you winning like that? Let me turn this treadmill up a little bit. How you winning like that? Well, all this other stuff coming up against you. How you winning like that? Ain't no way in the world. If I was you, I'd been and gave up by now. They lying on you and you winning. Understand me? They betraying you and you winning. They leaving you, abandoning you, and you winning. They talking down on you and you winning. Every time you turn around, all you do is win, 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 win. That's it. That's all. They sick of you at this point in their life. Understand me? They're trying to figure out, what is it it that you're doing different from me? Why is it that no matter what comes your way, you keep going and you keep, understand me, they don't understand what you're doing in your life, and you cannot stop doing what you're doing in your life to try and go get them and put them on board. Thank you, Terry West, for the cash app. You understand me? You cannot continue to abandon yourself for other people, to self-neglect, to go and help other people. Understand me, this is your time right now. Sleepwalking is when you're abandoning yourself. Sleepwalking is when you're so caught up, so distracted with trying to fix somebody else that you don't even realize that you got leaky parts in your whole entire makeup. Understand me? You got a leak in the side. You got a leak in the leg. You got a leak in the elbow. Understand me? You got parts of you that need to be patched up, but you can't even patch up your parts because you over there trying to patch up somebody else. You can't even put the clay in where it need to go in your life because you're so busy trying to put the clay in somebody else's life. And I want to say this to you right now. Understand me, this is the season to focus on self. This is the season to do what? Focus on self. This is the season to do what? Focus on self. You got to lock in on yourself, because when you, understand me, don't take care of a small problem, when it's a small problem and you don't take care of that small leak that you got in your bathroom, imagine your life is a pipe under your bathroom sink. Understand me, you are the pipe up under your bathroom sink, and at first, when it's a small hole, all you hear is a drip, 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 drip up under the bathroom sink. And the first time you go in there and do what? You go and put the tape around it. You go put the tape around it because you want the dripping to stop. Understand me? I ain't got what I need to fix the dripping just yet. I'm going to try to fix it myself. This is what we do in our life. We try to go the easy way, the instant way, the instant gratification. Remember I told y'all about that this week? You try to fix it yourself knowing that you ain't got no type of plumbing degree. You don't know what it is that you're doing. You up in Home Depot just wasting time, wasting money, coming back with putty, trying to slap something on something that you know. You don't even know what it is that you're doing right there. Understand me, right? Instead of getting it fixed the right way, understand me, this is what we do in our life every day. We have that dripping in our life. It's a small drip at first, right? But because we so caught up in something else, we got to drip up on that. We got to drip in our life, but somebody got something going on in their life. So instead of us taking the time to really fix what we need to fix in our life, we throw some tape around it, right? We do something real fast so we can go over here and we can help them out real quick. So while you over there helping them out real quick, guess what that hole up under your sink is doing? It's getting bigger and bigger. So initially, all you did was put a towel up under the sink to catch the water that was dripping out of that. But now when you come back from fixing somebody else's life and doing what you need to do in somebody else's life, because you did not fix the issue in your own life, you come back and now that issue that was a small issue, now it's a big old issue. Now your whole entire bathroom floor is soaking wet. Why? Because you did not take care of what needed to be taken care of. Like I said last night on the live, a problem that's not addressed will forever be a problem, and eventually it'll turn into a bigger problem and a bigger problem. And now before you know it, not what you got to do, you got to take the whole sink out. You got to take everything up out of there because it's been dripped so much that it's been caused water to mildew all up in the wood of things. It's soaking wet. So now when you walk into your bathroom, all you smell is wet wood. That's it. That's all. It's wet. It's soggy. It smells bad. This is what we do in our life when we do not focus on ourselves and address problems in our life. If we don't correct the weak areas of our life and deal with us from the inside out, when we don't do that, then what happens is we start to stink up our life. Come on. You ever smelled wet wood? Wet molded wood? This is what you're doing every single time. Friends say, T, clock it. That smell that you smell, that's that wet wood in your life. And what happens is you have to take out everything that's up in there and you have to replace the whole entire thing. Because you didn't handle business the way that you needed to handle it. Is it Veve? Veve, appreciate that cash out. Because you didn't handle what you needed to handle from the very beginning. I love you too. Because you didn't handle what you needed to handle, you created a bigger problem in your life. because you didn't deal with what you needed to deal with when you needed to deal with it, you created a bigger problem in your life. We got to stop this, y'all. We got to stop this. Hear me. Friends, say great analogy, coach. We got to stop this, because all it does is spread. Started out something small. Take the pipe out, go to Home Depot, come back, brand new pipe, put it in there, no problem. But the quick fix, y'all gotta let 2025 is not the year for the quick fix. This is not the year. I know some of y'all right now. I know some of y'all right now is over here like, oh my God, baby, listen here, listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. Understand, the quick fix ain't gonna work in 2025. You're not dealing with the same demons that you was dealing with before. The quick fix might have fought them off for a while, but the quick fix ain't gonna work on these right here. This ain't that, baby. Understand me, these ain't the same ones. When you were powering up, they was powering up as well. When you was growing, they was also teaming up as well. Understand me. And we know this, right? We know this because what? And I keep going back to this because we still in sleepwalkers, right? So I have to go back to this one more time for the folks that wasn't here last week on the teaching of sleepwalkers. We know this because of what? We know this because there was a time when Jacob went down by the river. When Jacob went down by the river and the angel appeared to Jacob, he let us know through that illustration that there are spiritual wickedness in high places. There are strongholds. There's things that are fighting against us that we are not aware of. That's what the scripture said. The angel said to Jacob, he says, you had some stuff that was after you. I got caught up in the spiritual realm. There was a battle going on in the spiritual realm, so much so I was trying to get to you and I had to call for backup. So even though I'm here right now I'm right here with you right now, handling business with you right now, but I got to get up out of here because I left somebody up there dealing with my issues. I left my buddy, my other fighting angel. I got him up there. He's handling business for me so that I can get to you, and I got to go back to help him. So I ain't got time to be over here playing with you, Jacob. That went out there. And that's 2025 right there. What'd you say, coach? There you go. She gave you the scripture right there. Genesis 32, 22 through 32. There you go right there. In 2025 coach version, in other words, angel telling Jacob, baby, I ain't got time to play with you, Jacob. I ain't got time to play with you, Jacob. Hear me? Understand me? I know you mad because you felt like you wanted this answer to be here sooner than it could have been here, but there's no way I could have got to you. Understand me? But I'm here right now. So I suggest you go ahead and get what I'm going to give you. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now. Don't get to playing with me, though. Don't get to asking me no whole bunch of questions and all of that going back and forth. I ain't got time for that. I got my homeboy up there right now holding down things so that I can take care of what I got to take care of right here with you. So get up. Jacob over there acting like how we be acting. Jacob over there whining and crying, talking about, I'm weak, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, I can't even speak. I want to look at you, I can't even look at you. Understand me? And the same thing that we do as parents when we walk over to that small pool and we reach out our hands and we tell our baby to grab our hands to stand up in the pool, that's the same type of experience that Jacob was having over there by the river. The angel had to reach out and touch him, understand me, multiple times to give him strength, to understand me, to get him back up to where he need to be. This is what I'm telling you that we deal with on a regular basis. Understand me. So now that you're standing, you're going to have to continue to stand. We got to stop with the pity party. We got to stop with the whining and crying and falling all out. We got to stop with the adult temper tantrums. Understand, it's time for us to really put on that full armor and be prepared to go through what we got to go through. It's time for us to put on that whole armor, understand me, and start to operate like people who actually have that power and that authority. Understand me, this is what we got to do. And a lot of times we don't realize that because we're sleepwalking. And not only that, you have to also take into consideration, hear me when I say this, understand me, this is the prince of darkness. Okay, I'm going to say something. Double tap on my screen. Can I get 10 badges on IG? Can I get some love over here on TikTok? Double tap on my screen. Hold on a minute. This is Prince of Darkness. Double tap on the screen, y'all. Get us up to 100K real quick. Wait, this is the Prince of Darkness. Prince. I'm gonna wait on y'all. Thank you, Chef Shirley. I appreciate you. Facebook, y'all got to use the Cash App this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all got to use the Cash App or slide on over to TikTok and Instagram. Maybe y'all can do the badges that way or the gifts over on the other side or something like that. I ain't sure. But or you can do the Cash App. I got the Cash App pin. Now I'm gonna wait on y'all to send the love, because when I say this, yeah, this gonna be a little different. I'm gonna drink my water too. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Neek. Thank you, Edith Nicole. Appreciate y'all. I see them coming over there. I see the love coming. Double tap on the screen. Y'all are at 93.8. We're gonna get up to 100K. Look at Gigi. Gigi say free me. I'm on the way. Thank you, Mo Kahanas. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, okay, Michelle D. I see that coming over there. Polo 592. I see you. Thank you so much. I got something for y'all. 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 Wait, just wait. Prince. Think on that, Prince. What's over a prince? A prince, right? Oh, they almost there. Almost. Y'all at 99.7. Okay, 100K. They got their 100K. Over here, what we looking like over here on IG. Three more badges on IG. We almost there. Y'all got, I see that. Ooh, fit Empress. Okay. Heather G. There you go right there. So if the enemy, if the adversary is the Prince of Peace, but God is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, why then are you afraid of a prince when your daddy is the king? I need to understand that. Hold on. I'm gonna go even deeper than this. Kira, come back. Kira, come here real quick. I need her to come. I need to make sure she tapping in right now. I need to make sure that she right here. I know she be trying to work too, but I need her to come over here real quick. Pop in. Just let me know. Just put I'm here, coach, and so I know that you here real quick. Come here. Cause see, when I talk this time to talk, it's some people that don't like this type of talk. And I know that she be understanding me when I say this right here. I need to make sure she right. I need to make sure she right here when I say. The thing about it is, if Satan is the prince of the darkness, and our God is the King of Kings, the prince is not higher than the king, right? Our Father is the King of Kings. He's the Lord of Lords. The king has the power over the prince, right? Okay, just being real, right? So we know the order of how this thing goes, right? Okay, Gigi, you following me, right? So now I want to say this right here. So if Jesus is the King of Kings, right? If he's the Lord of Lords, and he is in the inside of us, then that means that we are the kings and queens of this earth, right? That means that the enemy is not higher than us, because we are carrying in the inside of us. We are carrying right here in the inside of us. We're carrying the king in the inside of us, right? Because I need to make sure of this. So if this is what dwells in me, and this is who I am, then that's how I know without a shadow of a doubt that what I have the power and the authority over the enemy, because of who dwells in the inside of me, which means I got a hedge of protection that's all around me. You can't get to me unless I let you in. You cannot do anything to me unless I let you in, because as long as I'm housing this right here, then what? Talk to me nice. Oh, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. If I'm a representation of my Father, if my Father's Spirit is what fills me, understand me. If I'm flesh, if I'm some of y'all not gonna get this. Is why I told her to come here. Hold up. Jesus was sent to earth, and what he was having, understand me. That's right. You can't touch me. Understand me. So if Jesus came to earth and he was having a human experience, this is what Jesus was doing, right? He was having a human experience, and if we were created in his image and we were put on earth, right? We are also having what? A human experience. So what are you saying? Baby, we living in an illusion. All of this is nothing what we thought that it really and truly was, but we don't know it until we put on our spiritual glasses of awareness. We are doing the same exact thing that Christ was doing here on earth. Yo, we're having a spiritual experience. A human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Put it in, that's why I say send me the Lord. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. Friends, you better preach. Somebody, yeah. Some people are not going to like that. And that's okay. That's why y'all came over here. Because y'all was like, give me what I'm supposed to have. Because these people want me to think that I'm supposed to be sad and depressed. That every time I start growing and evolving, they always want to tell me to humble myself. All I'm doing is being happy, being grateful for what it is that I got. Understand? Then you come over here and we ready to celebrate with you, baby. They don't want you to know that you have more power than what you're really giving yourself credit for. We are spiritual beings having human experiences the same way that Christ was, the same way that Jesus was. Understand me. That's the reason why he says, I've done great works, but you're going to do greater works. How are you going to do greater works? Because even though I'm not here in the flesh like you, but I'm here in a spiritual form. So the work that I did not complete when in my 33 years, the work that I did not complete in my 33 years, I'm going to complete that work through you. These your hands, I'm going to use your hands. What do you say? You listen, I didn't get to do everything that I was going to do. Understand me. I didn't get to do everything that I was going to do in my 33 years. In my 33 years, I wasn't able to accomplish everything that I was going to accomplish, but I put it in scripture. This is the reason why you have to study to show yourself approved. He says, but I put it into scripture to make sure that you would know exactly what to do and that you would not operate with that spirit of fear, that you would not take on depression, stress, or anxiety, because you would know that even though I'm not there with you in the human form, I'm there with you in the spirit form. And as long as you have me in here, I'm going to be able to protect you. Red line, I'll be able to protect you from everything that's on the outside of there. You ain't got to worry about the cares of this world. You ain't even supposed to be thinking about this world. Understand me. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. It's an illusion. It's not real. And that's what people don't want. People want you to think that you're crazy when you say that. He says, I'm going to work through you. I'm going to use your hands to be my hands. When you surrender your heart to me and I take over, see, you was born in sin, shaped in iniquity. But when you make that decision that you're going to accept me into your life, understand me, this is the reason why as soon as you accept me into your life, right, you start to look back at your old life and you're disgusted with the decisions that you was making. This is why when you accept me into your life, then there's a difference in between me in your life and you having your life. When you allow me to come in and clean you up from the inside, when you allow me to come in and sterilize everything from the inside, when you allow me to come in and take full control over what's going on, baby, when you take a glimpse over to your left and you see your old life and the way that you was living before, that's the reason why you're instantly, understand me, instantly disgusted by the way that you was before, that you cannot believe that you thought that way, that you can't believe that you lived that way, that you can't believe that you tolerated that type of behavior and laid with those type of people. That's the reason why you become instantly disgusted with your old life, because when you look at your old life is wrapped in flesh. Understand, it was all, or your old life was a complete representation of your carnal mind, of your fleshly mind. And now that you have your spiritual glasses of awareness on, you're able to see the mold, you're able to see the worm, you're able to see the disgust and everything that's all attached to it. Now you're looking at it with your face, oh, I can't believe I did that. But when you're a sleepwalker, you can't see it. You're not knowledgeable of it. You're unaware. But the moment that you put those glasses on, then you're able to see things for what they really and truly are. And nobody in their right mind gonna see no mold or see no worms on them without them brushing them off. When you put them glasses of awareness on, now you are aware of what's on you. And not just what's on you, but what's in you. And when you look at yourself as a person who has the strength, who has the power and authority, then you can see that in your outer response to life. When you realize the type of power and authority that you possess, then you walk into a room different. Understand me, you walk into a room different. When you're having conversations, your conversations is different. When you're sitting alone by yourself, the thoughts that you think is completely different. You operate completely different when you are in alignment with the Most High God. Understand me, it's a different type of thing for you. You don't see things the way that other people see them. You don't respond the way that other people respond, because now you know without a shadow of a doubt who really has the power and authority in this city. You're a prince. I'm a king. Sit down. Right? I'm over here on it. You're a prince. I'm a king. When have you known a king to take orders from a prince? When have you known a king to take order from a prince? He's the prince of darkness. You don't even live in the dark. The only people that he has power and authority over are the people that are operating in the dark world. If you are a child of the light, then what overpowers darkness? Light. A room is dark, but as soon as you turn the light on, understand me, as soon as you turn the light on, you've overpowered the darkness that was in that particular room. He's the prince of darkness. You are a child of the light. Why are you afraid? You overpower that. But we don't know these things because we're not taught these things. These things are not broke down to us on a regular basis. We're taught to operate in fear. We're taught to operate in a level where we feel like we're not enough, where we don't measure up. This is what we've been taught our whole entire life. Baby, it's time to come from up under that type of teaching. It's time to break away from that. It's time for you to truly learn who you are and start making the proper corrections inside of your life so that you can live up to your fullest potential. How far you go in life, it's going to be up to you. What level of life that you actually settle on, that's going to be the one that's going to be left up to you. If you're not comfortable there, don't stay there. If that's not what you want for you, don't accept that for you. Stop accepting less than God's best. If you look at something and you say, I'm better than this, if you look at something and you feel a way about it, like this right here, this can't be for me, then why do you keep accepting it? Why do you keep sitting at that table and eating from that? Why do you keep pulling up a chair? If it's not for you, then why do you continuously engage in things that's not for you? Stop. Stop. You gotta wake up. Understand me, you gotta do it. You gotta wake up. Not only do you have to wake up, you have to understand what is it that you're carrying. Nobody can make that decision but you. What is it that you're carrying? What is it that you're holding on the inside? What are you carrying? Are you carrying darkness? Or are you carrying light? What is it that you're carrying? What's in you? This is going to be the note. Y'all ready? What's in you is what's going to protect you. What's in you is what's going to protect you. You get to make up your mind what you're carrying. But just know that what's in you, when you're carrying Christ in the inside of you, he's protecting everything that's surrounding you. You are protected by what you're carrying. You are protected by what you are carrying. Understand me. Why do you think that the enemy goes so hard to try to beat you down? Why do you think the enemy goes so hard to keep you operating with low self-esteem, low confidence? Why do you think the enemy goes so hard to keep you distracted? Understand me, why do you think the enemy goes so hard to do those things? Because the enemy knows that if you, understand me, if you start carrying him, we know what he done in 33 years. We know what he done in his 33 years. And if you start, if you start operating with that same type of mindset, that same Christ conscious, oh, wait a minute, man, it's going to be something. It's going to be something out here. It's going to be powerful. How do we know? Because he says where one or two are together in my name. You ain't got to do nothing but gather together, touching and agreeing. When one or two are gathered together in my name, touching and agreeing. Understand me, what they don't want a bunch of us gathering together, touching and agreeing, praying together, worshiping together, studying together. Understand me, that's what they don't want. That's what they don't want. So the enemy will do anything in his power, understand me, to get you up here, to get you pulled away from that. And that's the reason why I say all the time, never disconnect from your source. Understand me, I don't care what you got going on in your life. Never disconnect from your source. No, I know what, you ain't got enough time to do that, and it's not this and it's not that. Baby, the devil is a lie. I'm going to prioritize it. That's a proper, I got to prioritize that. Baby, I got to be in prayer. I got to be in prayer group. I got to be a study group. I don't know what they're going to be talking about, but whatever it is they're going to be talking about, I feel like I'm going to experience at one point or another, and I want to be prepared for it. Understand me? You want to always be connected. Yeah, the enemy's job is to distract you, is to pull you out of alignment, is to get you separated. Because the moment that you come from up under that pride, once you understand me, hear me when I say this, all the enemy has to do is get you away from your pride. Right? Away from your pride. You know how to have a group of lions? You have a group of lions, and all the lions together are extremely powerful. When you have a bunch of lions together, understand me, they extremely powerful. I'm talking about lions and lioness. When they together in their pride, understand me, the hyenas don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance when they're all right there together. But if one wander off by itself, understand me, then the moment that they get over there by itself, then guess what's about to happen? They're going to be attacked by those hyenas, and they're going to turn them every which way but loose. But if they was to see that all of them together, they would be running scared. Understand me? You ever watch Lion King and they're like, Mufasa, woo. Understand? That's how they are. Understand me? And that's the enemy on a regular basis. He knows that the moment, all I got to do is get him away from their pride. When I get him away from that strong group right there, when I get him out of that strong group, then I'm able to attack them. I'm able to do exactly what I need to do with them when I get them over here. Understand me? And that's what distraction does to you. Get you separated. Right? Because understand me, this is why environment is so important as well. This just came to me. This is another thing too. A lot of times when you are in group settings, even though you're not talking to the people individually on a regular basis interacting, you still have a sense of accountability, and you know you have to do the right thing because you are connected to other people. Some people disconnect. The enemy finesses you, tricks you, understand me, into disconnecting and separating yourself, because the moment that you disconnect and separate yourself, now you don't feel that sense of accountability that you had when you was in a group setting. So now that you're separated, you can kind of do whatever you want to do, and nobody's asking you anything, right? You can mess up, you can backslide, you can do all this other stuff, and you have no real accountability attached to you. Understand me? And you have to be careful about that, right? I'm just telling you, and that you have to be careful about that. A lot of times people say, oh, well, I outgrew this, or, maybe I outgrew the church, and I outgrew this, and I outgrew that, and I just think that it's time for me to do my own thing, and I just want to move this way, and I just want to move that way. No, you don't want no accountability. You don't want nobody telling you the truth about what it is that you do. Understand me? And how you live in the moment that somebody check you, even though they're checking you out of love, and it ain't even really a check, it's more of a correction. You get in your feelings because you don't want to change your behavior, even though you know that your behavior is wrong. You just don't want to change it, so you feel like separating yourself is going to fix that situation. You think that separating yourself and screaming, oh, I got to do it. No. Ain't nobody finessed by that. Ain't nobody believing that. ain't nobody, come on, for real. Ain't nobody with real discernment falling for that, sweets. Ain't nobody with no real discernment about to fall for that. You know why? People with real discernment is not going to fall for that, because we all understand in one body there's many different jobs in one body. And if you're growing at a certain type of rate, understand me, you can grow and still be a part of whatever it is that you're in. Understand me, there's women's ministries, men ministries, youth ministries. They got singles ministries. They got all different types of ministries inside of a church. If you had something that you were elevating in, something that you was doing, understand me, it's all part of one body, but everybody got a different job. Why you had to separate completely to do the job that you're trying to do? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, and there are some times when there is a time when you have to grow out and you're out doing your own thing. But when I say that, I'm saying this in the sense of when that happens, when that happens, you know the difference in between the two. Like I said, you know the difference in between the two because of the spirit of discernment. When people have, that's the reason why pastors, when they have other pastors that's coming up, they're training to be pastors at other churches, right? At other churches, they're training to be people that are not stuck under one place, but going here, there, and everywhere is what I'm saying. But you have to watch people, man. I'm trying to tell you. Some folk can't handle correction. Some folk can't handle correction. Some folk can't handle, the accountability that comes with group, and you have to pay attention to that. Understand me? You have to pay attention to this. And I'm saying this because I know that there's a lot of people that are connected to me. And when I say this to you, I'm saying this to you from a very good place. Don't ask me about nobody you don't see me with. If you don't see them here, then they making a decision in their life not to be here. They ain't no need inquiring what they doing, how they doing, whatever the case is. Understand me, when they leave, they leave. That's it, that's all. And you have to continue, because a lot of times too what'll happen is people do stuff like that because they want you to ask about them. Some people like attention. You know what I'm saying? They like attention. And I thank God that my group don't operate with, the drama and the chaos. But you have to understand that sometimes, you see people and you see them all the time. You're like, hey, what's this? Stop. That's in your personal life too. In your personal life, if you don't see somebody with somebody, don't bring their name up to that person. Don't even inquire. Some folk I'm talking about love attention. They thrive off attention seeking. Whatever. They want somebody to come and see how they doing. They want somebody to come run and check on them. They want somebody to come and say, oh, no. Let them sit over there. Let them sit over there and do what they're doing. Let them sit right on over there and continue to do exactly what they're doing, and you move on with your life. That's it. That's all. I'm telling you. People, y'all don't understand. I'm telling you. It's worse than some of this other. It's worse. That's how much they like attention. Like, no, get somewhere and sit down. Ain't nobody running you down to do right. Ain't nobody running you down to do right. Ain't nobody begging you to do right. Ain't nobody holding your hand, trying to get you to do right. Thank you, Shay Shay. Ain't nobody jumping in your inbox, running you, texting you, calling you, trying to get you back on board. And no, at one point or another, you're going to have to get yourself together for yourself. Understand me, we ain't doing no babysitting in 2025. That's it. That's all. Ain't nobody doing no babysitting. Ain't nobody doing no hand holding with these grown adults. You know exactly what you need to be doing. And if you decide not to do it, that's between you and your God. That's it. That's all. You stay focused. It's time to prioritize self. Focus on self. And that's been a problem that everybody done had. All of us, including myself, done had. Trying to save everybody, trying to keep everybody on board. We can't afford that in 2025. Now we got to focus on ourselves and our own development. She say that, come talk to me. I'm for real. I'm for real. And I do get it, right? I do understand that a lot of us, when we're doing it out of love. We really and truly are. We're doing it out of love. We're doing it because we want to see them do well. We want to see them, in doing and handling business the way that they need to. But the truth of the matter is sometimes you just got to let folk go. You really and truly do. You got to let folk go. And I say that because, again, we talked about the prodigal son the other day. And I say that because one thing that got me in the process of that, because I'm one of those people that love people. I love my people. I have a genuine love for people. And I want to see everybody grow and evolve and live up to their fullest potential. But then one thing that God was dealing with me with is he says, you talk a lot about the prodigal son. True indeed, I do. And I'm like, yeah, definitely do. So, okay, well, when you're thinking about the prodigal son, go and read and see, was there a part in there in the prodigal son where the father begged the younger son to stay? And I said, what? So then I go back, right? I go back because I have to go back and read it. I go back and I'm reading it. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's nothing in there that said that he begged him to stay. It's nothing in there that said that he tried to convince him, understand me, for him not to leave. What it said was this young man made up a decision in his life that this is what he wanted. So in other words, God was telling me this weekend, you have to learn how to accept other people's decision making. When people say that they want to live a certain type of way, that they want to do a certain thing, you have to step back and step away and let folk go do what it is that they want to do. Understand me? That's all. You got one job. That's it. That's all. You got one job. And as long as you're doing your job, you ain't got to worry about what other folk is doing. So you go back and you're reading it, right? And you don't see nothing. The daddy say, bring me my stuff. He go ahead and he give each son, he gives them their portion. And he allows them to go out and do whatever it is that they're going to do with their portion. That's on you. Understand me? So in other words, what I'm telling you, the only person's behavior that you're responsible for is you. The only person's life that you're responsible for is you. Understand me? Just through that all by itself. And mind you, I have read this story front to back to front several times and never really even thought about that. So now going back, I'm looking and I'm like, God, dog, how did I miss that? Now I got to go back and I got to teach this to them so that they'll understand that's not our job to be begging folk, running after folk, going over there trying to chase folk down to get them to do right so that they can have this and they can have that. No, you got to step out of the way and let people be who and what they truly are. And when they get ready to return home, hey, I'm in the same place. I'm right here. Still living my best life. The daddy was at home. Still living his best life. Well, coach, how you know he was at home still living his best life? Wait a minute now, because how you just figured this man was at home still living his best life? We know that he was at home and still living his best life. First of all, the city that his son had ran away to was in a famine. First off, let's be clear. You ran off from luxury to famine. Does that even make sense? That's what a lot of folk do right now, though, ain't it? They'll run away from something that's good. You got everything that you need right here. You got housekeepers. You got maids. You got everything that you need right here. And you would rather run out there to where you have absolutely nothing. You would rather go out there and live pillar to post. You would rather go out there and struggle in life when you ain't even got a struggle in life. Make that make sense, but this is exactly how some folk will operate, right? First of all, the daddy was at home and he was living his best life. Let me put my hand on my hip so y'all can understand that I'm serious. We know that he was living his best life because when he came back, he still had all his stuff. If he was going through a famine like they was going through a famine, wouldn't he have sold the jewelry? Wouldn't he have sold the clothes? Wouldn't he have been trying to find somewhere else to live? No, the daddy was at home still doing what he had been doing. Had nothing changed in the daddy's life. As a matter of fact, he still had his servants and everything else. So he was living his best life. That's exactly what he was over there doing. So now here come the son down the walkway. He tells his people, his servants, understand how you still got servants in the family? Because he was living his best life. Ain't nothing changed about my life. You leaving and going to do what you gonna do ain't gonna stop me. That's what it showed me this time when I'm reading. This time when I'm reading it, I got a whole nother perspective. I'm over there like, what? He said, yeah, his son going out there messing up his life did not stop the daddy life, did not tear down the daddy life. The daddy's still doing what the daddy been doing. He's still living his best life. Understand me? So now here we go, because you messed up your life, ain't gonna mess up mine. You out there living pillar to post. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm sleeping on pearls every night. Understand me? So now here we go in this situation. When he coming home, he see his son from afar. He tell his servants, go get the finest. Put the rings on his fingers. Put the robe on him. That's how we know. You got to stop letting other folk have that type of impact on your life. You're not going to ruin my life because you want to ruin yours. You're not going to take me down through there because you want to go back down through there. That's going to be on you. Understand me? This is what I saw when I read it this particular time. I'm reading this and I'm like, yo, this is eye-opening stuff right here. You have to let people go. Let folk go and do what they going to do. But baby, one thing's for sure. When you make that decision that that's what you're going to go do, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to still live my best life. I'm not stopping nothing, slowing up nothing that I got going on over here. I'm not running after you. I'm not coming out there going, I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm not coming out there running in behind nobody's barns, nobody's sheds looking for you because I didn't heard that y'all was in a famine. It never said that this man went out looking for his son. Yep, that's the end of that. You ain't got to worry about me going looking for folk no more. Yep, that's the end of that, baby. Yeah, you want me, you know where I'm at. Now you know where I'm at. I can't, that man never. They never said that he did that. That man living his best life and kept right on going about on his business. And that's exactly what we got to do on a regular basis. Y'all got to stop running folk down. Friend say, I need to go read it again, friend. Your mind gonna be blown. You're gonna be like, ooh, this is what she talking about. This is exactly what she was talking about. Go on over there and read that again. Man, she said, you better teach teacher. I'm telling you, I love y'all over here, but go read that story again. When y'all go read it again, y'all gonna be like, ooh, this is exactly what she was talking about. And yep, highlight. You about to highlight the I don't know what about that story. You about to have that whole story yellow and pink over there. I don't blame you. I did the same thing. I ain't gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you at all because I sure went over and did mine and took new notes because I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell them about this. Wait a minute. Because a lot of times, especially when we have adult children, we have the tendency to want to hold on to them. We have the tendency to want them to see things the way that we see it. And we end up damaging ourselves, hurting ourselves, destroying ourselves, our peace and everything in behind our adult children. And when I was reading that story, the only thing that I could see was you have to step back and step away. When this young man asked to be free, his dad did not beg him to stay. His dad did not go out his way trying to convince him to stay right here or none of that. He gave him his portion and let him go. And a lot of us already, if we're going to be honest, if we're going to be truthful about the situation, we have already given them their portion. We've given them their portion more than one time. We've gone overboard. We done bent over backwards. We done went outside of our way. Some of us done put our houses up. Some of us done went outside of our way and spent money up out of our accounts and did all kind of stuff. Understand me, to make sure that our kids were good. We didn't went into debt trying to make sure they got degrees that they ain't even got jobs in right now today. Understand me, we didn't went into debt buying college books and everything for them to be working at McDonald's right now today. Understand me, but because we wanted the best for them. They got to want the best for themselves. You wanting the best for them is not enough. They got to want the best for themselves. And that's just the reality of the situation. Eye-opening. A lot of us as mothers, of course, we are asleep when it comes down to our kids. Our nieces, our nephews, and all of that. We take a nap, a real long nap. But they got to want it for themselves. They got to want the best for themselves. And we have to learn how to step out of the way and allow them to make the mistakes that they're going to make, and also allow them to go through the consequences of their actions, because as long as we continue to save them, they'll never grow. As long as we keep swooping in and trying to fix it and doing this, they'll never grow. Get out of the way. Let them feel what that ground feel like when they hit it. Let them go through those real experiences so that they can really get it. Of course, it's going to hurt you some. It is. It's going to hurt you a little bit, because don't no mother want to see their child struggle. But when you start to see them learn from their experiences, that replace all them tears that you cried. That empowers you, that motivates you, and you see so much in your child in that moment, because you see them that you thought that you were helping them, but the whole entire time you were hindering them. That they could have done more and would have done more sooner had you got out of the way. That they had everything in them to be able to do it, but they were operating with that lazy spirit. Understand me, because they feel, hey, my mama will do it, my daddy will do it, my auntie will do it, my grandmama will do it. While I'm gonna get up and do it if I know I got all these other people that'll come in and do it for me. They'll never get up and do it for themselves as long as you continue to do it for them. You have to let them make their own mistakes. You have to let them go through the things that they need to go through so that they will be able to learn and to fully develop and grow the way that they need to. And yes, it is painful to watch. And sometimes we look at that bird. Double tap on my screen. Y'all need to get up to 200K. Y'all at 165K right now. We need to get to 200K. Sometimes we'll look at the bird and we'll think that the bird, understand me, we will think that the bird is mean. We will think the bird is ruthless. Like, oh, you is cold-blooded. Wait a minute, bird. How in the world you got all these innocent birds up in here in this nest? You got these birds in this nest up here. Look at the nest up here. And you mean to tell me you the mother bird? Thank you so much for the cash out. You the mother bird. How in the world as a mother bird you go up there one day after your bird, your little babies then set in this nest a certain amount of time and you going down there getting worms, bringing it back to them, going down there getting worms, bringing it back to them, and then all of a sudden one day you come back, you give them their final worm inside your nest, and then you take your head and whoop and push them, slam up out your nest. People will look at that and say, oh my God, I can't believe a mother would really push her baby up out the nest like that. Why would you do that, mama bird? That's not the right thing to do. But my baby will not know that they can fly until I push them out the nest. They'll think their wings is for walking. They'll never know how to utilize their wings if I never push them up out the nest. Oh, that's so mean. No. You gotta go. And the moment that they come out of there, they get to flapping them wings. You ain't even know you could fly. You ain't even know that you could get down here and do this and move like that. Look at you. What type of mother am I going to be if I just keep you sitting right here in the nest and just keep going and getting a worm for you, bringing it back up here to you, and you just sitting around with wings that you never used before? I'm robbing you. I'm robbing you by making you codependent on me. I'm robbing you of all this beautiful world that you could go out here and see and experience. I'm robbing you by keeping you confined right there. Come on, man. You gotta let people go. You gotta let them experience so they can really develop the way that they need to. It's okay. One thing's for sure, two things for certain is if you love them the way that you're supposed to love them and you gave them the right type of tools, baby, they ain't going nowhere. They coming right back. Just like he did. They ain't going nowhere. They coming right back. They coming right back. They are not leaving you. They coming right back. You're supposed to train them up anyway. Train them up and let them go. That's your job. We as a people have started to look at people like they belong to us and they don't. Have given them false sense of responsibility. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. You should want to do this for me. No, your job is to train them up and let them go. Train them up and let them go. And people don't belong to you. You may love them and that's fine. You're supposed to. Care about them a lot and you're supposed to. But people are not possessions. And we have to learn this. And if your love if you loving a person makes you think that you own a person, that you got love all twisted, my guy, my girl, that's not love. Love is free. Love is free. And not only is love free, but love is also freeing. And we have to know and understand that. Operate in that on a regular basis. I love you, but I love that you freely choose me and that you freely love me. Understand me so much that I can deal with you loving me and being here with me, but I love you so much that if this love is not for you, then you're free to go get the love that is without any hard feelings, without us falling out and going back and forth. That's what real love is. No. Some of y'all love be feeling like in bondage. My mama love me so much I can't leave, because if I leave, she gonna fall apart. No, that is not the right way to go right there, buddy. You should never feel that. You should never feel that. You should never feel like that. You should never feel like if you are not with a person, then a person will fall apart. That right there, that's not love. You should never stay with a person and feel like I'm only staying with this person because it's not love. You should never stay with a person and feel like I'm only staying with this person because if I to maintain, this person will not be able to live a healthy life. That right there, that's not love. You understand what I'm saying? If that is the love that you're operating in, that right there, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not what real love is. You don't stay with a person or stay connected to a person because you feel like they cannot live without you. Understand me? That's habit. Understand you're only staying with them, and that's others. No. That's toxic as all get out. That right there is going to cause all type of resentment. In the end, that's going to make you look at that individual and say, I held up all of my life and I could have been doing this, and this, but I didn't do this, and this because I was so afraid that if I did that, then you would be this. And now you resent a person. You know what I'm saying? You got negative feelings towards a person because you feel like they held you back, that they kept you from being able to live your best life. And now the love that you have for them is no longer love anymore. Now it's resentment. That's how that right there happened. I'm not dealing with that. Understand me? That's just not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to be. Understand me? Open your eyes. We ain't doing that sleepwalking in 2025. We got to open our eyes. We got to tap in the way that we need to. Man, listen, if you're not a part of my Patreon, I need you to click that link that's in my bio on all 3 platforms. That's Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. That says Mental Health Support Group. When you slide down, click that link where it says Mental Health Support Group. Select that $10 tier and become a part of the chosen family right now. Today, we have prayer every Tuesday and Thursday. We have Thursday night class from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Thursday. If you're working on your mental health, your spiritual health, if you're working on, thank you, Kira, for the Cash App. If you're working on your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, if you're locking back in with yourself, rebuilding your self-esteem and your confidence, and you need that support group to get you back into the swing of things, hit that link that's in my bio. Become a part of the chosen family right now today. If you don't, you're really doing yourself a disservice. I'm telling you that right now. You ain't experienced love and friendship until you've been a part of this group. Understand me? That's just how we rock over here. First and foremost, February 1st and 2nd, I'm going to be in Chicago, Illinois. I'm about to drop that flyer on my Facebook page right now. The contact information is on that flyer. February the 1st and 2nd. I'm going to Chicago. She cutting the ticket sales off on the 20th. Go and get your ticket today. She's closing it out on the 20th. Go get your ticket right now today. And then February 15th, I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. So y'all get ready to see me in Atlanta, Georgia. That flyer will also be dropped March 1st and 2nd. I'm coming to Los Angeles, California. That's right. I'm coming out to Los Angeles, California. And hopefully everything is in a better position when we get out there. But if not, I want y'all to know while we out there in California, I am down to do community service. So if there's anything that we need to be bringing out to California when I come out there, if they still in that kind of state, then yes, we definitely gonna tap in so we can get that done as well, baby. Yes, I'm telling you, what much is given, much is required. This is what we do over here. This is how we work. This is how we operate over here. So anybody that's on our family out that way that knows anything about anything that's going on, and you know what I'm saying, anywhere where we can donate, where we can help out, please, you know what I'm saying, get in touch with Heather G so that we can start making some type of arrangements, because we want to make sure that we are a community that is constantly pouring back into the community on a regular basis. This is what we should be doing, right? Says, yeah, man, listen, that's exactly what we're gonna do, Lynn. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So like anybody that's out there in that area that knows any family that may need some help, and preferably, don't take this the wrong way, preferably somebody who have kids. I'm a big advocate for kids, right? I'm a huge advocate for kids and the elderly. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't take that the wrong way. That's just me. When it comes down to children, I love being the adult that I wish that I had when I was younger. So when it comes down to taking care of kids, making sure that they have everything that they need, from mental health to physical health, you know what I mean, emotional health, I want us to to always prioritize that, because they did not ask to be here, right? They did not ask to be here. And for our elderly people that are constantly going through things, you know what I'm saying, that are not in a position where they're able to work anymore, you know what I'm saying, I always want to make sure that we're pitching in as well, doing what we need to do as a community to take care of them as well. You know, that should be on the top of our priority list. For everybody that's been cash apping me, I don't know what made y'all do it, but everybody that's been cash apping me saying this is my offering, my first fruit offering, this is my tithes and offering. What we're doing right now, we just donated shoes to go to the school for the kids, tennis shoes for the kids. We're going to also get some stuff going with the tithes and offering that you guys have sent me through Cash App. We're going to also get some plates and stuff going. We're going to get some stuff made up, and we're going to drop off some stuff to the homeless. Hey, I don't know what y'all thought I was going to do with it, but hey, since y'all sent it to me, that means I can do what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to get some stuff going in the community where, you know what I'm saying, that's right, where we can get some stuff going in the community. Might get some sandwiches and stuff, some goodie bags put together, you know what I'm saying, to take down there. And y'all know I've done it before several times, you know, in the day when people have sent me money and stuff like that. Came home, made up sandwiches, meat sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you know what I'm saying, different things like different bags because of allergens, put in bags and chips and stuff like that. And I've just gone down there, you know, to the park and simply pass stuff out. So that's what we're going to be doing, making sure, like, man, listen, this is what we do. When you bring in tithes and offering to the storehouse, it's not for that person. It's actually for you to provide for the community, for you to give back to the community, to those that are in need, people that come and that they have something going on. This is what we were instructed to do. It was not about you making your pockets fatter or you being able to do what you want to do. It's about serving and serving the community. So this is what we're going to be doing. I absolutely love you guys, man. And I just want to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's a new season, y'all. It's a new season. God is amazing. I'm excited, as you can tell. I'm super excited about all that he's doing in our life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just being in a position where we are able. I get excited about doing what I'm doing right now. I just want y'all to know. Y'all see how I got excited about being able to give? This is the thing. I'm excited about being in a position now to where people know and trust me to know that I can send this to her and I know that she's going to do the right thing. That makes my heart so happy, because for a very long time I know that people have been burnt by, you know, leaders on all different platforms, you know, pastors and all of that they've sent stuff to, and people didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I think, like, you know, even with going out to Africa, being able to go out to Africa and being able to present, you know, this money to this orphanage with the name for the chosen family, for them to place their name, not my name, not going out and ostracizing yourself, bigging yourself, while, you know, eliminating or not even mentioning the people that help you get to where you are and do what you're doing. I think that for me, and this is just my testimony, me going back and watching the videos from Africa and just watching, like, everybody kept saying, who is this chosen family people? Even Josh, my assistant, say, man, you rep your people hard. Everywhere that I went, before I said who I was and what I was doing, you know, I come as a representation of this group of people, me and my people. This is what we do. It's like a package deal. And it was just like, it was just like so feeling satisfying for me to be able to see that I'm now in a position to do what I've always dreamed about doing, which is serving. You know what I'm saying? Which is serving. Like, y'all should have seen me, man, getting the shoes for the kids. I was putting those shoes in there. I was like, oh yeah, somebody, baby, gonna be happy. Understand me? They get some Space Jams. Y'all remember when the Space Jams came out? Man, I gave the good Jordans. I gave the good Jordans to the children. Right? She's like, you giving these to them too? Give them to them too. They gonna get them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it feels good. It feels good to be able to give back and to serve and to love people and not, you know what I'm saying, and not be stressing about different stuff. I remember what it was like, man, when I couldn't afford shoes and you know what I mean, and I'm looking at everybody else's feet. If I can make somebody's child's day and they can go to school and they feet fresh, it might sound trivial to some people, but I've been there, and some people like bags, I like shoes. And when you see them little boys' faces, man, when they put their shoes on and they got their Mochahanas, listen, when they put their shoes on and they got their fresh haircut, You know what I'm saying? They got their fresh haircut. Yo, they be smiling. They be like this right here. You can't tell them nothing. They got their little chest out. They act like they got all the muscles in the world when they got their clean shoes on. When they got their clean shoes on and they fresh haircut, you can't tell them nothing. And I love it, y'all. And I love it. I love to see them smile. I love when the girls go get, you know what I'm saying, get their, yeah, man, that's how they be feeling. They get their hair braided, their hair beads on and their ribbons and whatnot. And don't let them want to go get their, man, listen, don't let them go get their little, their unicorn stuff. If you, man, they get their unicorn dress and their shoes, baby, they'll never stop smiling. And I feel like that's what kids are supposed to experience, you know. They're supposed to experience that type of love and that type of joy. And I think that working with kids more the way that we do it within My Chosen Family, I think that, you know, those are our future leaders. And when we work with them the way that we work with them and love on them and teach them, then we're breaking those generational curses, because now we're teaching them things now that we learned later. We're teaching it to them early. So the more that they grow and the more that they evolve, then we'll start to see a representation of what healthy love looks like, with healthy relationships look like. We'll start to see that in them, right? Because of what we're instilling in them in this young age. So we're breaking generational curses. Sometimes people like, you be so invested in the little kids. This is why. This is why. With the older people, some of these old people, they stuck in their ways, baby. They stuck in their ways. You can talk to them until their tongue hurt. And guess what? They gonna still do what they gonna do. But if we get in the ears and the hearts of these little kids, we're changing things. This is why it's so important to get into these schools and to talk to these children, to develop these boys and girls relationships, these after school programs, to pour into these after school programs, you know, for these kids. Because if we're going to change anything, we got to change it with them. That's why it's so important. She says, I love all your videos from Africa. You build up them children's confidence, and I know you're a good mother. Yes, man. I loved it out there. They was over there. I was putting their shoes on, and they were so happy, wiggling them toes in them new shoes. They was like, oh, yeah, you got some shoes now, baby. Yeah, put your shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Put your shoes on. Tell them you ain't about to be walking across all this stuff with no shoes. Baby got their shoes on. I was too happy, too. I was too happy to put them baby shoes on. I cried so bad, y'all. It don't make no sense. I got to stop crying like I do. I cry all the time. I just cry all the time. I'm over there putting the baby shoes on, crying and going on. They happy. I'm crying. What you crying for? They children happy. I was happy too, but I was still crying. I don't mind me. Listen, I love it. I really and truly do, man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I love it. Red said, you can cry, coach. I love y'all, but I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get up out of here. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day. My Facebook family, as I said before, if you guys wanted to bless, y'all can use the Cash App, because right now I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do about my payout over here. Still working with Facebook Metaverse, trying to figure out what's the problem over there. I don't know. I came back from Africa. It was working fine for a couple of days, and then all of a sudden it went out. I don't even know. But we still live on all the other platforms. And do me a favor as well, Facebook, make sure y'all got my Instagram, my TikTok, and all of that. Make sure y'all following on all platforms, because, you know, things be up and down, round and round and all of that. And I just want to make sure that nobody is left out. It was, man, listen, I was stressed out over here because I wanted to make sure that Facebook was able to get this live. Y'all don't know. I was over here so mad. I was tearing Tifa phone up. I was trying, man, listen, I was so mad trying to figure out how I did not want y'all to miss the live videos. I did not want y'all to miss these live videos. I had to created a whole nother page and everything. I was like, ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. Click the link. When you click the link where it says Linktree Street, stroll down to where it says, once you click it, it's going to open up, and stroll down to where it says Patreon, Mental Health Support Group. Subscribe to that, and that's what you're looking for. It's going to be the Patreon. I love you guys, man. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you. Because there's no love like self-love, and you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. It's your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet, man. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good.